Good day, Forex Trader, and welcome to the webinar for the week. We're going to go through the entire watch list, what's lining up, what has lined up, what we missed. Remember, we must always catch the things that we missed as well, because I send out trades between 8 o'clock and 4:30 p.m. and there are trades that actually line up afterwards, after hours, that you can grab during the time. But let's just go through this watch list. We'll take as much time as we need to get through it. So we start off with my absolute favorite, as always, on the 30-minute chart, the AUDUSD, the Australian dollar. And what you can notice is that it's broken out of this downtrend, all right? Not very confidently, but now it's starting to gain some traction. So what we can assume is that it's going to create some form of resistance around this level at 0.7646 US dollars. And it could very easily go down to test some lows. So this is where the supply will be tested, and if there is low supply and high demand, it will break out, form a beautiful cup and handle, and we'll get in on Monday. So as you know, I don't normally trade on a Friday because I don't like holding overnight. Anything can happen on the weekend and the market can gap very easily. So this is just for your protection and just something that I've picked up over the years. All right, so we've got this is called a rounding bottom. We're now waiting for a small rounding bottom, and once it breaks out, we could look at grabbing it, all right, for a long trade and putting our take profit at around 0.7676. So I'm going to write that down, all right, because I don't remember everything that we say. 0.7676, and that could be a potential trade for next week. Well, let's find out. Then we've got the next one, euro dollar, my worst currency. I really battle trading this with the system that I've got. I don't know if it's because it's just high volatility. I don't know what it is. As you can see, there's huge candles. There's a lot of volatility. Also, it's the most traded currency pair in the world because of the two nations. You have the entire Europe and you have the United States. So here you could see there was a cup and handle, beautiful cup and handle, broke out, and it would have hit our take profit. You wouldn't have gotten in at 12 o'clock. Okay, so it would have been good, but the euro dollar is still something I'm very itchy about. So only when I start seeing a little bit of consistency with the movement of the chart and that it becomes a little bit more attractive to trade, then I'll definitely look to get into some trades. GBP USD, don't be scared, all right? We've got ways to avoid it. But you can see here on the 7th of October, that was 2 weeks ago, Friday exactly, the market took a plunge all the way down 1.1644. And I've got some speculations as to what happened. For example, there was a fat finger, so there was low liquidity trading around these levels. There was low volume, and then some guy decided to put an order in and by mistake put the wrong order, and it went to 1.1651. All right. Or now that Brexit is taking over Europe, where the UK, where the UK is going to be leaving the European Union, there is a lot of algorithms at the moment. There's less trading. There's less traders and institutions that are trading the pound. So this can cause massive volatility. So the pound is something that I'm going to put on hold at the moment, purely just for protection purposes. If we got into a trade and it went to this level, it would have gotten you out at your stop loss purely because the market did shoot back up. It was a couple of seconds that this happened. But ways to avoid it: Friday, you don't take a trade. Second, pound at the moment, very dangerous to trade. Third thing, if you have a big enough trade, you put the guaranteed stop loss. It does have a premium of about 25 pips, so make sure that your trades are long. And also, the market was continuously coming down. There was nothing showing upside to come. This is purely a Brexit retaliation. All right, so these type of things scare me with the forex market, and there's also another reason why I say only risk a maximum of 2%, and even in the next year I might even go to 1%. because of the uncertainty with the Forex market. And you know what's more important than trading Forex? The longevity of trading Forex. I want you trading this long term and not short term, okay? So these things do happen. I've seen it maybe 3 times in my life, all right? And I have been looking at the Forex market since 2009, more actively 2011 when it started becoming more readily available, okay? So nothing there. USD JPY, sideways movement, nothing much going on. You could consider this a cup and handle, but there's 2 problems. 1, the handle surpassed 50% of the cup. 2, the cup was more V-shaped than round shape, and that means that there is a lot of volatility, which is very difficult to get into and trade. So I don't look at V formations, I look at round, smooth formations, okay? USD CAD, not much going on there. GBP AUD, that's the Great British Pound. See, remember this movement? So I do not trade anything with the GBP at the moment. Our watch list is cut down a little bit. Even here, GBP, JPY, same thing, same reaction, same currency. The United States and the Swiss franc, or Confederatio Helvetica franc, what you can consider is that there's been a sideways formation, all right, or a box formation, which is like a twilight zone, and now that it's broken out, it's showing the direction to the upside. This could have been a good trade, all right. Let's just zoom in to see. It could have been a good trade, but there's one problem. It took place at 16:30, which is when we closed the shop, all right. Just so you know, when we do take a trade overnight, I have thought about it, and if it hits a stop loss or a take profit, or I want to move your stop loss up, etc., I'm happy to look at the markets after hours and send you updates while you're in the trade, because I understand that the Forex market does not close, and it's just as active as from 8 o'clock to 4:30. So I will be updating you if we do hold overnight, all right, if need be. So this could have been a nice trade, but unfortunately it was just after hours, and we could have hit our take profit, but that's the name of the game. It's okay. We did well this week. Euro JPY, nothing. Euro GBP, I avoided the GBP completely. The Euro CAD, this is something new in the watch list. I'm watching it more than trading it, so I'm just looking at the movements and how it works. When I see these, I say, hey, there's a red flag. I don't like those candles. I don't like these big candles. I like consistency and low volatility moves. Okay, there was a W formation. You would have gotten in and you would have hit your stop loss. So I'm still watching these currencies at the moment, not actively trading them and not sending trades, because it needs to meet a couple of criteria before we get into these trades. Okay, and then let's look at the Nzdusd USD. That's the trade we sent out for the week. It really was a beautiful trade. You can see that formed this cup and handle. We got in, and within a couple of hours it hit our take profit. Okay, so I was quite happy about that. And you can see it continue going up, but it doesn't matter. We banked our profit, and now it's time to reflect, look for the next one. Remember, trading is about taking hundreds and hundreds of trades, not just one. All right. Anything here? Maybe you can see something. If not, if you do see something that I'm missing, then just send me a message on the investorsclub.co.za and say, Timon, why didn't you take this trade? Or there's a trade lining up. Do you want to take a look at it? And then I'll take a look and happily send out and say, thank you for pointing this out. Because at the end of the day, it's just, we've got the rules, we've got the risk management, we've got the patterns, and now it's about finding them. I've only got one pair of eyes, so if you do find something that's lining up, send it away. I'll do the criteria to see whether it lines up, and then maybe send you a trade based on one that you found. It really doesn't really matter. because it's just about the rules and following the strategy as it is. Euro NZD, also another trade another currency that I'm eyeing lately, because I need more diversified currency pairs to trade. So I'm keeping an eye on this one, waiting to see some trades that are lining up. As I said, I don't like these big candlesticks. They interfere with the movement of the general market. Okay, so the only thing that's really lining up is the AUDUSD, that potential cup and handle that's lined up. All right. Let's see gold. I know sometimes I'm happy to send a gold trade. This could be a beautiful trade that we could send out. You can see there's a cup forming in gold. There is a handle forming. And if I take this trend line, we can safely say that the take profit could be around 1297. So it might take a little bit more money to trade, and if it doesn't work out in terms of risking 2% where your portfolio isn't that much, it's okay to miss a trade now and then. All right, I'm going to be sending out many more trades, but I'm just showing you the different types of trades that we are happy to send out. So that's gold, and let's take a look at Brent crude. I am not happy with this movement. There needs to be a breakout between $50.93 per barrel or 52.87 before we even look at trading it. So this would be on the short side, this would be on the long side, and at the moment this is a sideways trend that is not looking good. And let's look at one more, the USD ZAR, the United States dollar versus the Rand, when it decides to pop up. So yes, so the Rand has been bouncing up on a strong support for quite a while. What I do like looking at is daily, because I don't trade the Rand purely because of the spread. But it's nice to see what our Rand is doing. You know, maybe you want to go overseas soon and to see, is the Rand going to strengthen or weaken or relative. So look at this. Since May, it has been bouncing on this huge support, and it hasn't broken below just yet. And since November, it's been bouncing up on the strong resistance. So we are bound to have a breakout very soon. It is inevitable. Whether it breaks out sideways, up or down, this is going to be huge for the Rand. All right, if it breaks down, you can expect the first target to be at 1166 Rand to the dollar. If it breaks up, unfortunately, we can see the Rand going back to 1690 or 1688 to the dollar. But we're waiting for that breakout. What I can say, not with confidence, but I can say through technical analysis, is that this is a falling wedge pattern. And because the continuation is to the upside, you can assume that it's going to break to the upside, and the next target will be at 16 Rand 90. So if you want to know how to trade the Rand, because it's a little bit different, there is something coming up, and it's literally tomorrow. So, and you don't have any more time. I mean, it's limited to 15 seats only. We've already hit 15 seats, and I was really thinking about this and saying, I've got a Forex Trader service, you know, with a bunch of guys that are willing to learn how to trade and want to improve their trading with the service and also by themselves when they trade. So I've got this advanced Forex seminar. It's the last one for the year, so you can feel free to join or not. It really it's up to you. You know, if it's just that one more thing that you want to attend this year. I'm going to give you a free Forex DVD, which is basically with my mentor strategy and my strategy, and the seminar that we did called the intermediate seminar. It's tomorrow, literally 22nd of October. And for the Forex traders that live in Cape Town and Durban, you also need to book very soon, because seats are selling out very quickly. All right, I'm not going to go through the entire thing, but basically this is what I'm going to go through. The revision of the Forex market, inner workings, opening an account, trading Forex, the 3 Forex profit strategies that I use. Even though you learn them through these webinars that I do, it's always nice to just get a better perspective, exactly the mathematics and the science behind the strategies, the risk to reward rule that I use very carefully, and the 5 pip Forex profit strategy, which will pump up your win rates from say 60% to 70% just by following this little rule. Then we'll have a complete lunch, a buffet, and then we're going to go through these calculators that you'll need to plug in your trades, to keep up to date with what's lining up, and how you've done and how your portfolio is doing. Because when your portfolio is going down, you need to stop trading with real money and go back to demo accounts so you can practice, get an idea on your strategy, all the trades that are lining up. And then I'm going to show you how to compound your portfolio from 30,000 Rand to 1 million. That takes 4 years, okay? It takes 5 years to do this. So if you really are passionate and you are dedicated to trading Forex, then this actually could be the best thing. As I said, I'm only going to accept 3 more people because I need this to be a small personal group of traders that will learn the strategies. And I want you to be able to ask questions and meet me during the time when there's a buffet and all that. So I've got a couple of goals, and you can see the track record's done pretty well over the last 3 years since I joined FSP. Who should attend? With or without an education, you need to know the Forex basics, which you do. That's why I'm also telling you. I'm not gonna. This isn't a beginner seminar. This is where the strategies are put into place. This is where the extras that you need to trade Forex. Okay, and you'll get snacks, tea, and coffee, and calculators. And yes, what I've also thrown, and I haven't added it in here, is the 5 Forex deadly mistakes. The 5 deadly Forex mistakes traders make, and that's the DVD that I'm also going to give you. So there's this Pocket Forex Profits Guide, the 46 questions that you need answered with learning Forex, the Ultimate Forex Seminar DVD with Igor, my mentor, and also the 5 deadly Forex mistakes. But as I say, there are only 3 more spots, and I'm literally closing this today at about 3:00 p.m. because I need to get all the numbers and I need to get ready for tomorrow. So if you are interested, in the link below this video or also in your email, you can click on it and just sign up, put your name before those 3 seats get sold off very quickly. Okay, and that's the seminar for today. So I hope you, that's the webinar for today. So I hope you enjoyed it. I see, so now you know what's lining up, the AUD, USD, and Gold. And next week I'm going to be sending out more trades. Congratulations on those that have, that took the USD Nzdusd. It's a good way to complete the week, with banking big winners and small losers. That's the point with trading Forex. But also, don't get a big head. You can be happy about it, but there are many more trades coming your way, many more big winners, many more little losers, and that's trading for itself. So once again, go to the description below in the comments. And you can comment, you can ask me questions or anything, or go to Investors Club to see us today. But you don't have much time, so feel free to do that, and we will speak next week, or I will see you tomorrow.